You have to have a capacity for this if you want to achieve excellence. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad number 897 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story, because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. And this message is dedicated to Jeff McCullough on his birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff. Here's the upgrade. The problem we face is our brain is trained to automatically avoid pain, but upgraded thinking expands capacity to take pain. Here's the story. Lynne Cox is an open water swimmer and the most underrated athlete of all time. I mentioned her book, Swimming to Antarctica, in a couple of messages since reading it a couple weeks ago. Not only is she fast, holding a dozen world records during her career from her 60 extreme swims, her endurance for long-distance swims is mind-boggling. These often involve treacherous conditions, including strong currents, cold temperatures, and rough seas. After an hour swimming Cook Strait in New Zealand, she was further from the end than when she began because of the current. In her swim between the U.S. and USSR in the Bering Strait, she faced waves 4 feet high. Her coldest swim was obviously in Antarctica, where the water was 32 degrees. The factor I can't get over when I think about her accomplishments is her ability to endure pain. You know the feeling of having cold water splashed on you or having to take a cold shower because the hot water tank has been used up. Imagine the combination of cold water and swimming as hard as you can for hours on end. Her longest swim was over 27 hours. This is why I believe she is such an underrated athlete. The capacity she built to take that much pain is beyond words. Granted, she said that she was so numb during some of her swims that she couldn't feel much. I've told the story before of the fan watching Muhammad Ali train at his gym. The champ was on the floor doing sit-ups and could be overheard muttering 212, 213, 214, 215. During a break, the fan came over and asked Ali, "Champ, how many sit-ups do you do?" He replied, "I don't know. I don't count." The fan was confused and said, "But I heard you counting." He said, "I only start counting when it starts hurting. When I feel pain, that's when I start counting, because that's when it really counts." That's when it really counts. Ali knew the real gain was once he could feel the pain. All fighters he would face would train hard. All of them did sit-ups. If he was going to beat them, he would have to have more capacity for pain than they did. The route to victory could only be made on the road of pain. The better story to tell yourself is no pain, no gain. You have to learn to turn down your brain's protection mechanisms. The only way to control this dial in your brain is to purposefully put yourself in painful situations. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And when you do, you grow your capacity. When you hit the snooze one less time, push through one more set, delay gratifying that desire, take the walk even though the weather's bad, you are becoming more tolerant to pain and intolerant to low standards. High standards and high endurance to pain are correlated. How can you expand your capacity for pain today? If you want to gain, pay the price of pain. Tell me a story of a person achieving excellence because of their capacity for pain to fromchadsmith@gmail.com. Send a text to someone and ask them, what is the most painful experience you willingly endured? If you haven't followed or subscribed yet, please do. You can download my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.